All right, let's get through this. So another episode of Doctor Who. No, not the old Doctor Who. This is well, I guess it's the third. Since the first one was a two-parter, but it's still 2 episodes. So this is the third. That means there's only 7 left, right? That's good. But this was Orphan 55. So, you know, in a roundabout way, this one was a little bit better than the Spyfall one, but it's still pretty stupid. And then it just destroys itself, starts lecturing you, and kicks you right out of the show. Yeah, that's always a great thing to do, huh? So, basically, they're on the TARDIS, and they apparently an alien squid got on board and had sex or some crap and made a mess on the floor, so they're mopping it, yeah. And then Graham discovers well, I guess some cards that form a cube, and when they form a cube, you get teleported to a vacation resort. And so off they go. And gee, everything seems fine. And once they've had their vacation, they'll be beamed back to the TARDIS. And so it'll all work out. They're greeted by a cat lady. And, but then, of course, there's some sinister something going on. Well, that's always the case. And keeping it simple like that, and then there's monsters. And, well, of course, the plot's always greed, put you in danger or something like that. And then there you go. The doctor's got to solve it and you're fine. But no, we can't just have that. Now, there was one scene that at first I thought was just for the sake of what it appeared to be, was a joke in which Ryan accidentally gets infected with some virus thing. And then the doctor helps him expel it. And this leaves him in a condition to where the only way to treat it was for him to suck his thumb, and basically making a total fool out of Ryan there for a quick laugh. But that seemed to be all it was, and I just didn't really care. Said, all right, whatever. And then they move on, and then, oh yeah, there's some sinister monster out there. And turns out the whole place is an illusion of sorts, and that they're actually all inside the Superdome. And they may very well be in the Superdome, and I'll get to that in a bit. So there's these, the native species is outside, and they're these hideous monsters. It's like, they're like Alien, only, their rubber suits aren't as good as that, but, not bad. I mean, even the close-up shots in the dark were better. It made them look really, really nasty and scary looking. Well, I've seen worse, so it wasn't that bad. And I'm sure that they call them the dregs. I think look, all the good names were taken. And I'm thinking they'll show up again later because they probably made quite a few of those suits. Not as much as you see on screen. That's probably some little trickery. But nevertheless, you don't want to waste that money. So they'll probably show up again despite how the show ends. But anyway, so of course they're all in trouble and people get wiped out. There's an elderly couple, and well, doesn't look good for them. So they go under, but don't worry, the woman has a heroic end. Yeah. And then there's the security chief, and for a while there, she seems like the real hero of this show. Then the doctor is just yelling at her and, and all this stuff. Meanwhile, Ryan, after being humiliated, well, things start to look up for him. It looks like he's about to get laid. Hope he can keep his balance with that dyspraxia. Oh, well, he can because he was playing basketball in the first episode. So I guess that was cured in between seasons. I mean, yeah, the doctor can travel anywhere. So maybe they fixed that. Be nice if they'd mention it. But anyway, so yeah, he's making time with this girl who's treating him like crap, but at the same time giggles and smiles at him. And looks like he's coming into the home stretch. And then, of course, we find out she's a psychopath with mommy issues. It seems the security chief is her mother, but mommy never sent a birthday card or called or anything. So she's decided to destroy the whole place, and as a result, the dregs are having access to the resort. Yeah. Oh, it's terrible. And it seems the natural state of the planet is carbon dioxide atmosphere, and there's no oxygen. So they're losing oxygen, so they're in danger and all this sort of stuff. And lo and behold, we find out that, gee, this isn't some alien planet in the distant future. It's Earth. Yes. Can you guess? Can you guess why it's Earth for the purpose of this story? Can you? You know, there's carbon dioxide everywhere. Yeah. The idiot's version of global warming is in full force here. That's not how it works, people. But oh, you get a lecture from Miss Who, the teacher here, telling you, and oh, if only we could come together and stop bickering and being greedy, and we could solve it, and all that sort of stuff. It's just god awful. Because otherwise, just the Doctor dealing with monsters would have been okay, and this could have been almost their second Kerblam. Even though, of course, Kerblam was, lecturing about Amazon, but they kind of had a more, sound narrative in that one. This one, it's just, it's just slapped on. It's just so slapped on. It's this, yeah, global warming, put that in there. So of course they solve the deal. They discover the dregs can't stand oxygen, even though they produce it when they exhale. So there's oxygen to be had, and like the Doctor nearly dies from lack of oxygen, but she's able to breathe in the breath of one of the dregs, and it gets almost kind of clever, but it falls flat, and then suddenly the Doctor. Now there's been indications off and on throughout Doctor Who, both classic and new, that he has, or she, I'm sorry, oops, oh boy, did I slip up there. She has this some amount of telepathy, not just the hypnosis and whatnot, but here she just flat out mind melds with the drag and can see that it has memories of nuclear war and the environmental devastation. I mean, you see, the dregs are humanity. Did you get it? Yeah. And they're the mutated, evolved versions of the future humanity as a result of what happened to the environment. So, and yet he's thinking about, those stupid ancestors of mine. All they do is roam this devastated planet naked. And yet, yeah, I don't know. I guess he has a streaming service where he can watch old environmental documentaries and documentaries about war and stuff. So that's what he's got running on in his head. So the Doctor, now I know what happened. And there you go. But she outfoxes them because, they're pretty stupid, even though they have all these memories of the past. Yeah, never mind. And so then in the end, mommy and daughter reunite, and they leave them there to face off the dregs as they beam back to the TARDIS. And Ryan is sad. Sure the girlfriend was a psycho, but well, he's lonely. Boys. Yeah, Ryan, when the really hot one's into you, there's a catch. So, poor Ryan, huh? Yeah. So, Graham was there trying to be the funny guy. He really wasn't. And, of course, Yaz was there. Yeah, I know she was there. But, come on. Poor Yaz, What are you going to do? So, I guess the Doctor wasn't as irritating as that. She's still lecturing people. She's still doing a terrible David Tennant. But this was almost not as bad as some of the others, but they had to ruin it. Couldn't help themselves. So, okay, so after it was all said and done, they're on the TARDIS, and they're all feeling bad about, oh, God, that's the future of Earth. It's really depressing. And then the Doctor says, well, it's only a possible timeline. The future isn't set. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter then, does it? So, but hey, here's the good news. So, series or season, whichever you want to say, 11 and 12 now, those are only possible timelines. Maybe Capaldi, he's still in a coma on the TARDIS floor. He hasn't regenerated yet. And there's another timeline where he regenerates into Chris Marshall. How about that, huh? Yes, maybe so. So, hey, a little ray of hope for you, huh? Yeah. Oh, I'm sure I'm missing some details now, but who cares, you know? So, I did catch the little preview for next week's exciting episode where the Doctor will meet another historical figure. Yeah, she'll be so wowed by this person and give them a quick bio and just shower them with all kinds of worship, you know? No, because you know why? Because this historical figure is a man. So the only line you get, she immediately insults him. Yeah. So it's Nikolai Tesla. Yeah. Now, granted, it's just the preview, so maybe it was just cut that way, but then you're promoting the show, so why would you cut it that way? Well, we already know. Yeah, chances are, yeah, he's going to get his balls kicked. Yeah, but that's the way it goes. That's Doctor Who today. So, and that'll be Doctor Who next week, won't it? Unfortunately, yeah, probably so. So anyway, there you go. Orphan 55. You know, the people at the resort all looked human, so I maybe I missed it that none of them were from Earth, or they were descended from Earth or something like that. And for whatever reason, these dregs people were left behind to mutate into these monsters. I don't know. Of course, the cat lady was an alien, and I guess there was this guy and his son with green wigs. I guess they were aliens because their heads have green hair. I don't know. You know, who cares? And he was just there because just to show what an idiot a father can be, I guess, and was completely dependent on his child. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So the business about sucking the thumb, that was like a goodbye thing between, mad at mommy psycho girlfriend and Ryan. And so it's like a salute to the infantilizing nature of Doctor Who now. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Might as well be, because, boy, has this show been dumbed down. Oh, man. Yeah, it sure has. Anyway, that was some pretty cool masks on the dregs, though. More or less, but, you know, you could tell that there's not much movement there because they can never shut their mouths, you know. Man, that's got to dry. No wonder they're pissed off. Anyway, all right, there you go. Another Jodie Doctor Who show, and not worth your time. Too bad, huh? Thank you for watching and listening. Say, why not like and subscribe? And check out that link description below. That'll take you to my mini stores that have plenty of goodies for you. And you can head over to IndiePlanet.com and look up Night Night. Oh, yes, the Night Night comic book based on my audio plays of the same character. That's right, a parody of that famous Cape Crusader. Oh, who could it be? And now you can see Night Night in action in brilliant color within the pages of his own comic book. So head over to Indie Planet and get your copy today. And you can listen to the Mr. Nailsin Show podcast on RadioMisfits.com. And you can also watch my videos over at BitChute. Yes, the Mr. Nailsin channel at BitChute.com.